Need some fun ideas for breakfast this summer? Well, I have a few for you, all in bentos. Hey Busy Bees, it's Sung, and today I'm gonna share some of my favorite summer breakfast ideas with you. I'm gonna be using fresh fruits and vegetables. Let's go ahead and get started with our first one. Okay, so one of my favorite things to use during the summer are peaches, and since they're like exploding at the farmer's market and the market, I thought I would incorporate them into our oat bars. So I'm gonna start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of rolled oats, half a cup of dark brown sugar, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of kosher salt. I'll give it a good mix. And then we'll add 7 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. With my spatula, I'll just make sure everything is mixed thoroughly. To be honest, sometimes I just like using my hands to mix everything together just because then I could feel the texture of the oat mixture and just how I want it. You want it to be kind of crumbly, but not so much so where it falls apart. It should look like this, where you press it into a ball and it sticks together. So that's pretty much all there is for our dough. Now I have a baking pan that I've lined with some parchment paper. This is an 8x8 pan. And now I'm gonna pour in about 3/4 of the dough mixture into our baking pan and press it down. I'm gonna reserve about 1.25 cups so I can sprinkle it on top as our crumb layer. But now with my hands, I'm just going to press the dough down. If you notice there's not enough of the dough in the pan, just grab a little bit and fill in the gaps. So now for our next step is filling it with the fruit layer. I have some peaches that I cooked down. I bought some fresh, really sweet peaches from the farmer's market, and all I did was squeeze a little bit of lemon juice, add like maybe 3 tablespoons of sugar or honey, and then 1/4 cup of water. Let it cook down to become like fresh jam. If you have jam as well, peach jam, you can totally use that, or any of your favorite jam really, like raspberries, strawberries, those are really good too. I'll spread it out into a nice layer. You guys, look at those fruit chunks. Make sure you push it all the way out to the edge so you get a little bit of peach jam in every bite. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Okay, so now with our remaining oat mixture, I'm just gonna sprinkle it all over the top to cover the peach jam. So now it's ready to be baked off at 350 degrees for about 35 minutes until the top is nice and golden brown. So it's finished baking, it's nice and golden brown on top, and I've let it actually cool completely. Now we're gonna take the parchment paper. I've created this sling on purpose because all you have to do is lift it up and then we'll cut it into bars. See how easy that was with the sling? That's my trick. Whenever I bake in a baking pan like that, I always have a sling to pull out our baked goods easily. We'll do 9 pieces. All right, let me show you what it looks like. So the bottom layer here became almost like a shortbread, and then you have a nice layer of jam, and I love that the fruit, it was chunky so that you can get those chunks when you bite into it, and then the top is a nice and crumbly topping. Usually I go for the edge pieces because I like how they're kind of not really burnt, but they're caramelized and they're just nice and crunchy. But Nate loves like the center part just because it's nice and fruity. These are like pie bars almost, but a little bit healthier. I have some fresh cherries to go with our peach oat bars, and this will make the perfect snack for the park or the beach. It's super filling because of the oats and the fiber, but yet still fruity enough and like fulfills that sweet tooth cravings that I have right now. 26 weeks. And now this is ready for the road. I'll just pack it up. And then I even have a peach orange band to match the peach filling. Bento number 1, done. Let's make our next one. If you're looking for a breakfast that's hearty and filling but plant-based, I'm gonna share my breakfast fried rice. This segment of the video is sponsored by Just Egg. So this recipe comes together surprisingly quickly. In my pan, I'll add a little bit of olive oil, let it get hot. I'll saute about 1/4 cup of onions until it's nice, fragrant, and translucent for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna add about 1/3 cup of our Just Egg. The cool thing about this product is that it's completely plant-based. It's made from mung beans, and if you guys are like me, Growing up on mung beans, it's kind of a miracle that they were able to create something like eggs with mung beans. It contains 5 grams of plant-based protein per serving. The Just Egg product can be found in the refrigerated section next to other eggs or other plant-based offerings. How cool is that? It scrambles almost exactly like an egg. It's delicious, healthier, higher in protein, and makes for a more sustainable meal, especially for breakfast. Just Egg is also great for French toast, frittatas, omelet. You can also use it for pad thai, but it's a great egg substitute, and it tastes really good too. The texture and the taste is almost exactly like a real scrambled egg. And then I'll toss in my spinach. I always like incorporating greens whenever I eat fried rice. And then I have leftover brown rice from last night, about 1.5 cups. Toss that in, give it a good mix. And now we'll add 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce and a nice helping of sesame oil. Mix it all up. All right, now it's ready to go into our bento. Are you guys impressed or what? I know I am. And then I have some edamame pods that I've already cooked up, sprinkled a little bit of sesame oil and a pinch of sea salt. And that's our breakfast fried rice. How many of you guys actually have had breakfast fried rice before? I pretty much grew up on it because when we didn't have like bread or whatever cereal at home, my dad would make us fried rice and it was super filling and delicious. The next breakfast bento is something that kids and adults can enjoy. We're making silver dollar pancakes. So I'm gonna quickly butter my skillet. And then for the pancake batter, I'm using my favorite quick mix pancakes, but I've made so many pancakes on the channel. And then we'll add little dollops of our pancake batter into the pan, flip them over, cook them for about another minute, and voila. All right, now let's bento it up. Got my silver dollar stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. I'm just gonna line them up. And now I'll just fill in the gaps with some fresh berries. And I'm saving room for my chocolate hazelnut spread. For pancakes, I enjoy spreading the hazelnut chocolate spread on top versus having maple syrup. It's just a little bit more tasty that way. And there's our 3 bento breakfast ideas for summer. Comment below and tell me which one you would try first. Our peach oat bars, our breakfast fried rice, or our silver dollar pancakes. And also drop me a bento box emoji in the comment section below. You guys, I've been waiting to dig into this since we started filming and I need to try this. So good. Thank you so much for watching. Make them all. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.